So we will see now the sum number 6. Sum number 6 is given, if AB, CD are angle of cyclic quadrilateral, prove that cos A plus cos B plus cos C plus cos D is equal to 0. ABCD is our angle of the cyclic quad. You know the quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is formed by 4 lines, unequal line segment. Clear? When the quadrilateral is inside the circle, it is called cyclic quadrilateral. So the diagram, it may be like this. So you just call it as A, B, C, D. Just name it like that. Clear? So you know the basic concept in cyclic quadrilateral. The basic property of cyclic quadrilateral is sum of the opposite angle is always 180 degree. Sum of the opposite angles will give you 180 degree. That is supplementary. So therefore, according to the properties of cyclic quadrilateral, angle A plus angle, what is opposite of angle A? C. So angle C is equal to 180. Similarly, angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. So here it is given as ABC, therefore you can write without mentioning the symbol angle A plus C equal to 180, B plus D is equal to 180. So you can rewrite like A plus B is equal to 180 and A plus C, B plus D is equal to 180. So now you have to prove that cos A plus cos B plus cos C plus cos D is equal to 0. So you have to rewrite the question as it is. So from here I can easily find out C is equal to 180 minus A. From here D is equal to 180 minus B. So cos C, I am taking cos on both sides. Cos is equal to cos of 180 minus A. Then you know cos 180 minus A. Remember that is cos 180 minus A. This quadrant, this is sign alone positive, but what is given here? Cos. Clear? So cos will be the negative one. Therefore, no changes because it is 180, so minus cos A. Clear. Similarly, next one, cos D. So when you take cos on both sides in this from the steps, you will get cos 180 minus B. Again, no changes in the ratio because 180, so you have to write cos B as it is. Again, it is falls on which quadrant? Second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sign alone positive. Others are remainings are negative, so minus B. You have to substitute in the place of cos C by cos A and cos D by minus cos B, you will get answer. So this cos C replaced by minus cos A. Then this cos D is replaced by minus cos B. So plus cos A minus cos A plus cos B minus cos B get 0. Get vanished. So what will be the result? 0. That is the required one. Clear? So cos A minus cos A get cancelled, cos B minus cos B also eliminated, vanished, therefore we will get 0. That is required answers. Clear? So next we will go to the sum number 7. Sum number 7. Sum number 7, sin 180 minus theta cos 90 plus theta tan 270 minus theta cot 360 minus theta over sin 360 minus theta cos 360 plus theta sin 270 minus theta cosecant minus theta. You have to prove that entire result is equal to minus 1. That's all. So you have to divide this ratio and your result must be is equal to how much? Minus 1. So now you have to apply or you can recollect that basic property, that is ASPC, 360 plus or minus theta, 270 plus or minus theta, and one more tan 180 plus or minus theta, 180 plus or minus theta, 90 plus or minus theta. So you have to remember the properties. I told you already, we have big Taylor column, no need to memorize, just keep it in your mind. 90 and 270, if you go for 90 plus or minus or 270 plus or minus, there will be changes in the ratio as well as the sign. Whereas in the case of 180 plus or minus, 360 plus or minus, no changes in the sign, there changes only in the sign, no changes in the ratio. The next 90 and 270, there will be two changes, ratio as well as sign. Whereas for 180 and 360, changes only in sign, not in ratio. That way you keep it in your mind, that will be very easy. Now I am going to see the first one, sin 180 minus theta. Where will come 180 minus theta? Second quadrant. This is 0, 90, 180, 270, it is nothing but 360, isn't it? So 180 minus theta falls on which quadrant? Second quadrant. In second quadrant, sin theta is positive. Therefore, no need to change the sign. It is already 180. 180 means just now I said no changes in the ratio. Only changes in the sign, but it is false on second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, sign is positive. Therefore, no need to change the sign. Clear? The next one, cos 90 plus theta. This is 90. 90 plus theta. Where will come? Second quadrant. More than 90 degree falls on second quadrant. In second quadrant, sign alone positive. But what is given here? Cos. Therefore, you have to write minus sign. But 90, so if it is a 90 or 270, there will be changes in sign as well as the ratio. Now cos will become sin, minus sin theta. Clear? The next one, tan 270 minus theta. Where will come 270 minus theta? Third quadrant. In third quadrant, which one is positive? Tan alone positive. Here tan is given, so no changes in the sign. In third quadrant, tan theta is positive. What is given here? Tan theta. Therefore, no changes in that sign. But 270, you have to change. Tan will become cot. Clear? So, just you have to keep it in your mind. 90 plus or minus, 270 plus or minus, there will be two changes, ratio as well as a sign. Whereas for 180 and 360, changes only occurs in sign alone, not in the ratio. Now next, cot theta, 360 minus theta. Where will come? 360 minus theta will come in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cos alone positive, but what is given here? Cot. Therefore, you have to write minus. No changes in the ratio because it is 360 over sin 360. When you go for sin 360 or 180, no changes in the sign. In the ratio, you have to write sin theta as it is. But there will be changes in the sign. 360 minus theta. Which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Therefore, you have to write minus. Then cos 360 plus theta. 360. No changes in the ratio. Clear? If it is 360, 180, no changes in the ratio, write as it is. Then 360 plus theta, 360 plus theta, first quadrant all are positive, so no changes in the sign, you have to write as it is. Now sin 270 means what? There will be changes in the ratio, sign will become cos. 270 minus theta, here 270 minus theta, it comes under third quadrant. 270 minus theta comes in third quadrant. Therefore, in third quadrant, tan theta alone positive, but here it is given sign. Therefore, you will have to write minus. What is the last one? Minus. It is cosecant theta. I told you, other than secant and cos are called odd function. Therefore, it is odd function. You will get minus cosecant theta. Now you simplify first sign. How many negative signs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when the negative sign occurred in odd number of times, your answer will be always negative. When the negative signs occurred in odd number of times, your answer should be always minus. That is negative sign. Your answer carry negative sign. If it is even number of times, your answer should be in positive one. Here the negative sign occurred 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. 5 is the odd number. Therefore, your result is what? Your result will be in negatives. Carry the negative sign. Clear? When the negative sign occurred odd number of times, your answer carry always negative. When the negative sign occurred even number of times, your answer must be with plus. Here that negative sign occurred 5 times, 5 is the odd number, therefore your answer carry negative sign. Now you try to simplify, sign get cancelled. Is there any other possibility to simplify it? So you have to write as it is, that is sin theta. Cos theta you can write cos by sin. You know these are all studied already in the lower classes. Cos by sin over cos theta into cos theta into cosecant theta is nothing but what? 1 by sin theta. Sin get cancelled. These two cos will get eliminated. This sin and sin get cancelled. So what will be the answer? Finally, what will be the left? Only 1. Everything is vanished means don't write as 0. Under the division, if everything get eliminated, what will be the remainder? 1. Be careful, don't write straight away as 0 because everything cancels, sir. So nothing is left. Zeros, not right. It is only in the case of subtraction. We did not subtract, we are dividing. So everything get eliminated. What is the remainder? That is your percent is 1. So minus 1. Clear? So next one, the second, this is first problem of the 7th one. Second subdivision of the same Roman number. It's very easy. Only thing you have to memorize these two concepts. Once you know these two concepts, then doing the problems is very simple. So second part of second subdivision of the sum number 7, sin theta cos theta sin pi by 2 minus theta cosecant theta plus cos pi by 2 minus theta into secant theta. It is given. You have to show that is equal to how much? 1. So, no need to disturb these two factors, right as it is. Now, sin 90, pi by 2 is nothing but what? 90, because pi stands for 180, pi by 2, that is 180 by 2 is how much degree? 90 degree. So, sin 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta falls on first quadrant, all are positive, so no changes in the sign, but there is changes in the ratio because I told you already 90 plus or minus, 270 plus or minus, there will be changes both ratio as well as the sign. Here no need to change any sign because it is falls on first quadrant, but sign will become cos theta into cosecant theta. Plus again cos 90 minus theta, first quadrant, all are positive, cos will become now sin theta into secant theta. Clear? So just sin theta cos theta. So this will be replaced by 1 by sin plus sin theta into 1 by cos theta. But just you have to multiply inside the bracket. Just you take these two factors inside the bracket. You will get answer. Cos, sin. So cos into cos theta, cos square theta plus sin theta into sin theta, sin square. This is nothing but what? Identity. This you studied already in 9th standard. Sin square theta plus cos square theta or cos square theta plus sin square theta will be always 1. Hence proof. The sum number 8. You will see sum number 8. You please work out the problems at home because trigonometry you felt very difficult even in 9th standard and 10th standard. Some of you are left the trigonometry chapter totally in 10th standard as well as 9th standard, but here it is not possible. You have to study clear. So for which you have to memorize the two concepts what I taught just now. Now sum number 8, prove that is homework. Sum number 8 is nothing but sum number 1 under 5. So you just follow that method what we followed for the sum number 5. Now sum number 9. Sum number 9, there will be two subdivision. You will go for first one, tan pi plus x cot x minus pi minus cos 2 pi minus x cos 2 pi plus x is equal to sin square x. So you have to prove that this is equal to what? Sin square x. As usual you have to refer the graph as well as the rule. Sin 180 plus or minus 180 plus or minus theta, 360 plus or minus theta, and 270 plus or minus theta, 90 plus or minus theta. And remember the concept, then you can proceed. First you have to see whether it is given in the standard form or not. Clear? So you have to change this one. So rewrite other terms as it is except this one. Change. When you take minus outside, cot minus of 5 minus x, close the bracket, cos 2 pi minus x, cos 2 pi plus x. So this is an odd function other than secant and cos, other ratios are odd function, therefore you take minus outside. Minus tan pi plus x, cot pi minus, this is minus. Cot is not an even function. Secant and cos alone even function. Other ratios are odd function, therefore you take minus outside. So now pi stands for how much? 180 degree. Similarly 2 pi, that is 2 into 180 is nothing but 360. So this you have to memorize. So 180 means no change. Clear? That you know very well. 180, no changes in the ratio. You have to write with the sign tan x. But you have to see which quadrant. Here 0, 90, 180, 270, that is 360. Where will come 180 plus? Here will come. Here which one? Tan positive. So tan only is there. So no need to change any sign. Clear? Plus is actually tan is a positive. Positive plus into minus minus. No changes. Next you have to come to cot. Again 180. If it is 180, no changes in the ratio. Cot x. Then after seeing that whether any changes in the ratio or not, then you will go to the next step as sign. See the sign next one. 180 minus x. 180 minus x comes under second quadrant. In second quadrant, sign alone positive, but what is given here? Cot. Therefore, you have to write minus. 2 pi is 360. 360, no changes in the ratio. Therefore, you have to write cos x as it is. 360 minus x. Fourth quadrant, cos is positive, no change in sign. You have to write as it is. Again, cos 360. 2 pi is nothing but 360. So, if it is 360, no changes in the ratio. So, you have to write cos x. 360 plus x. First quadrant, all are positive. So, no changes in the sign. Clear? So, now minus into minus plus tan x cot x minus cos square x. So, these two reciprocal to each other. So, you can cancel straight away. What is the remainder? Because tan x is the reciprocal of what? Cot x. So, therefore, this tan x replaced by 1 by cot x. Already we have cot x. These two get cancelled, so answer is 1. Therefore, I am writing straight away as 1. 1 minus cos square x. From the identity, this is nothing but sin square x. How do you get this answer? By using the property sin square x plus cos square is equal to 1. So, when you transfer cos square x to the right side, it becomes 1 minus cos square x. Clear? If you transfer the cos square x to the right side, it becomes 1 minus cos square x. What is the left? Sin square x. That's what I am writing here. 1 minus cos square is nothing but sin square x. So, this is the required answer. So, sum number, second subdivision of sum number 9. See, almost I did all the problems except sum number 8, that is similar to sum number 5. You do it at home. So, now next sum number, second subdivision of sum number 9, sin 180 minus plus a cos 90 minus a tan 270 minus a over minus a using the brackets. If it is different, doesn't matter, nothing wrong. So, you have to prove that minus sin a into cos square a. Again, you have to remember the basic of 180. 180 means no changes. But 180 plus a falls on which quadrant? Third quadrant. So, minus. Cos 190 minus a. This first quadrant, 90 means cos will become sin. No changes in the sign because it is falls on which quadrant? First quadrant. 270 minus a. 270 you have to change this tan. Tan will become cot. Cot a. But 270 minus a falls on which quadrant? Third quadrant. Third quadrant tan positive. So, no changes in the sign. Just you have to write as it is. Clear? Then again 540. 540. How to write 540? You divide 540 by how much? 360. One time 360, that is 0. 14 minus 6. 14 minus 6. 8 or 6? 8. 8 here 4. So 180 or so secant 5 of, that is secant, you have to write 360 plus 180 minus a. You can write as it is. This will be 360, no changes in the ratio. Cos 360 plus A first quadrant, no changes. Cosecant 270, therefore cosecant will become secant A 270 plus A, that is fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cosecant will be negative sign, therefore we will get minus secant A. Clear? So without referring the quadrant, I just, because we did so many problems with the help of the reference of the graph, here you can do straight away, but here you can see 360 plus 180 minus A. When you add, you are supposed to get 440, that is 540. Yes, 540. 0, 8 plus 6, 14, that is remainder 1. So now minus, simplify, minus sin square A cot A. Any changes? No changes. So you can write secant 540 will be 180. So in 180 where will come? 360, 180 falls on which quadrant? Sine. So sine alone positive, remaining will be negative. Therefore what will come here? Minus, you can write next step also, cos A, that is will get one more minus secant A. Clear? So again this will become no changes in the ratio, but 180 minus theta is second quadrant, just now I said falls on the second quadrant, sine alone positive, therefore this is become negative, minus sin square A cot A by minus secant A cos A. We have only one secant A, isn't it? So secant square A, we can write straight away secant square A. This minus into plus, one more minus, minus into minus, plus will come. So cos square cos A. I am straight away multiply this minus sign with this minus. So minus into minus plus. So minus sin square A. Try to eliminate if it is possible sin square A. What you have to prove that? Sin A into, where will come sin square A? Cos 90 minus A, sin A, sin square A. Okay. Minus sin square A, cot A replaced by cos by sin over secant square A replaced by 1 by cos square A into cos A. So just you have to simplify. If you take reciprocal, then you will get required answer. Clear? So this is just ordinary simplification. This alone you can simplify, cancel one sin A, you will get minus sin A. Cos A get cancelled. If you take reciprocal, it becomes the numerator. So you will get minus sin A into cos square A. Required answer. So do these calculations alone. Clear? The last sum, 10th sum of this exercise. This is based on the 9th standard level of trigonometry. Boys, remember this exercise consisting that very important. You are supposed to memorize the graph as well as the ratio formula. The last one of this exercise, sin theta is given 3 by 5 and tan phi, don't say this is, some of the boys will pronounce that pi, you don't pronounce this one as pi, that is phi, P-H-I, phi, H is silent mode, so you don't read as pi, that is called phi. Tan phi is equal to 1 by 2. But some condition is given, the theta is lies between pi by 2, the theta is lies between 90 and 180, where phi is lies from 180 to 3 pi by 2 is nothing but how much? 270. Clear? So now you have to find the values of 8 tan theta minus square root of 5 secant phi. Clear? So now this is just like ninth standard, refer the ninth standard, this theta, I consider this is first diagram, second diagram for this, this is phi, not pi, phi. So theta, sin theta is what? What is the formula for sin theta? Opposite by adjacent. So sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, whereas tan phi is equal to opposite by adjacent. This is the formula that you studied already in the lower classes. So sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite side is how much? 3. A side which is opposite theta is called opposite side. A side which is opposite 90 degree is called as what? Hypotenuse, that is 5. So from the given information I fill the diagram with 3 and 5. Then next one, tan phi is equal to opposite by adjacent. What is our opposite side? It is given as 1. So 1. Then adjacent side is 2. So here you have to find out that hypotenuse. So to find hypotenuse you have to square this one, you will get root 5. To apply the Pythagoras theorem and find out the answer doesn't carry marks, you can do this calculation in your mind itself. Clear? So if you need to find hypotenuse, you have to square on both sides, square the both side and add and take square root. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, take square root, that is square root of 5. Similarly, whereas here when hypotenuse here you have to subtract after squaring those two sides, that is 25 minus 9, which will give you how much? 16. Take square root, answer is 4. Clear? So this doesn't carry marks. So don't think that they will give 2 marks or 3 marks. This you have to do this, do the calculation in your mind. Clear? So now I have to find out what are the things I have to require. Tan theta. So first you have to find out tan theta. Tan theta is, what is the formula? Opposite by adjacent. So see the diagram number 1. Opposite by adjacent, that is 3 by 4. The problem is you have to check whether the theta is lies on which quadrant. That's very important. Theta is lies in which quadrant? Between 90 and 180. Between 90 and 190, which one is positive? Sign positive. But what is given here? Tan. Therefore you have to write minus sign. That is very, very important. Clear? Next you have to find out secant phi. Secant phi is equal to, that is reciprocal of cos phi. So what is the formula for cos phi? That is adjacent by hypotenuse. You take reciprocal, you will get hypotenuse by adjacent. So refer this diagram number 2. Hypotenuse by adjacent. So root 5 by 2. Now you have to see whether phi is referring from where? 180 to 270. 180 to 270. Tan alone positive, but what is given here? Phi. Therefore you have to write minus sign. See that angle phi lies between 180 to 270. 180 to 270, that is third quadrant. In third quadrant, which one is positive? Tan is the positive, but what do we have? We have only secant. Therefore you have to write minus sign. So now I know these two values. Just you have to substitute in that the result. That is 8 into minus 3 by 4 minus root 5 into minus root 5 by 2. So simplify, normal simplification. This will become 2 minus 6 minus into minus plus root 5 into root 5, 5 by 2. Simplify, will get answer. Clear? We will see the next exercise in the next class. So boys, be careful of doing this problem. Graph is very, very important. Clear? Based on the graph only I am able to find out this one. You should remember that how to get minus sign, these two minus sign, because of theta lies between 90 to 180, and phi, angle phi is lies between 180 to 3, that is 270. Based on this, I got minus sign. Just you have to simplify by using that cross multiplication, you will get answer. Thank you, boys.